What's up, guys? This is the beginning. First, let me eat the chicken anonymous. I want, I want to jump for. I forgot what I named. And I'm supposed to sit down. Boom. I built.
During their fight, Ryan actually killed him and had the perfect chance to destroy Venom too, but instead he just walked away, leaving Venom behind. Strange, right? Especially since Riot knew Venom could still revive Eddie. Turns out Riot wasn't being careless. He understood something deeper. After Venom the Last Dance, it all makes sense. Long ago, symbiotes turned against their god, Null. They trapped him, created one sacred rule: no symbiote can bring a dead host back to life, because if they do, a codex forms. That could help free Null. So Riot left Eddie for dead, trusting Venom to follow through. But Venom didn't. He revived Eddie, breaking the ancient rule and putting every symbiote in danger just to save one human. That's why Riot called him a traitor. Ever wonder why Riot?
A chicken looks harmless. Its peck would only leave a red scratch on your eyelid. A goose hits harder. A frontal peck can pierce a few millimeters, cut skin, and swell your eyelid, but it won't reach the eye. A heron is different. Its beak is a spear. One strike can punch through the eyelid and hit your cornea. Real risk of vision loss. A vulture uses brute force. Its hooked beak can tear eye tissue, rip skin, and leave the eyeball exposed. An eagle is straight up lethal. One precise peck can puncture the eye, collapse it, destroy nerves, even rip it out. But the worst, the cassowary, a single explosive peck from that razor-sharp beak can pierce your eyelid, enter the eye, and obliterate it completely, leaving an open cavity in your skull. And if you want to keep learning,
these are the top 5 animals you'd never expect to be dangerous. Number 1 will haunt your dreams forever. First, how many years do you want your grandpa to stay alive? 24 hours? Ignore. 200 years? Leave a like. 500 years? Drop a heart in the comments. 1,000 years? Subscribe and share. Forever? Do all of them. Number 5, quokka. It looks like it spawned straight out of a wholesome meme. Get too close, and this dude will literally eat its own baby to escape danger. Number 4, cassowary chick. Babies look like fuzzy little pancakes with legs. They grow into birds that can slice you open with one kick. Even the babies are training for war. Number 3, slowworm. Looks like a shiny baby boot. It can drop its entire tail like a grenade distraction and sprint away. Predators get confused. Nightmare. Number 2, water deer. People call them vampire bunnies because they look cute until their fangs come out. Yeah, they fight using those. Imagine a bunny with knives growing out of its face. And number 1, Pika. Bro, this tiny pup looks like a rejected Pokemon. This thing survives freezing mountains by storing toxic plants in its home. These are the top 5 animals.
I know I'm almost done.
an elephant, your entire life changes forever. Those big bones aren't just for show. They're tools, weapons, and memories carved in ivory. You use them to dig for water in dry seasons, strip bark from trees, and defend yourself from predators or tribal elements. When poachers rip them out, it's not like cutting tissue, often leaving you bleeding and in unbearable pain. Without tusks, finding food becomes harder. Protecting your herd becomes impossible, and every encounter with humans becomes a reminder of what was done. If you lose your tusks as an elephant, your entire life.
Playing as a human in this dinosaur game is actually terrifying. On the rocks above me, there was a small AFK raptor. I attempted to document this beauty in its natural habitat when I heard stomping at the bushes ahead. I slowly backed away and let nature take its course. There was nothing I could do to intervene in this natural process. I watched in awe as the cruelty of this prehistoric world unfolded, but there was a miscalculation. The Kano turned devilish. In self-defense, I kicked out and set the flag.
Foods Foods that were invented by accident. Part 4. In the 20th century, in Mexico, some customers arrived at the restaurant after the kitchen had already closed. But besides that, they practically had no more ingredients to cook, so the chef improvised with what he had, frying pieces of tortilla, and thus nachos were born. Next, in the United States, an animal feed factory used a machine to grind corn. To clean the machine, the employees would throw in a little water and began to notice that a clump came out, resembling a little foam. Instead of throwing it away, someone had the idea of baking them and seasoning with cheese, and that became cheap. Foods that were invented by accident.
Salt for kids who can't clean themselves after using the bathroom. A revolutionary item has been created. It's tested on a doll the size of a child. Nice and clean. Next is an invention to help kids birth.
That worked great.
Also, the child tries to eat detergent. It protects their life too. This man is currently developing unique parenting products. He's earning enthusiastic praise from moms worn out by parenting. He's also creating inventions to help save money. It looks like we'll need to start conserving toilet paper. For kids who can't clean themselves after using the bathroom.
These monsters live underwater.
Oh, what?
These are the three.
Go back. Go back up.
These monsters live underwater. These are the three biggest amphibian monsters ever found. And the last one is a big gentleman. Number 3. The lion frog. The world's largest frog. It's 13 inches long as your arm, and weighs 7 pounds, like a bowling ball. One jump can clear 10 feet like nothing. Number 2. Suriname toad. This amphibian gives birth on its back. Yes, babies grow in pockets on its skin. It looks like something straight out of a horror movie. Before number 1, if you're still watching, hit like. Number 1. The Chinese giant salamander. The largest amphibian on Earth. It can reach over 6 feet long and weigh more than 110 pounds. And scientists call it a living fossil because it hasn't changed for 100 million years. Okay, your turn. Bet you can't pick the scariest one. But these monsters live.
This is why the saltwater Donosuchus is so dangerous. I want to try and hunt it.
Starfire is just a baby. That's right. Even though she's a part of the Teen Titans, she's not even a teen yet. In one episode of Teen Titans Go, Cyborg comes out of the bathroom with a full-grown beard, and it's revealed that he's actually 53 years old. And just as they're about to kick him out of the Teen Titans for not being a teen, it's revealed that Raven isn't a teen either since she's an immortal teen. Then, Beast Boy can take the form of a dog. He may be 14 in human years, but he's 98 in dog years, so he doesn't qualify to be a teen either. And because Robin has the personality of a grandma, that makes him that age too somehow. But Starfire has the biggest reveal of all, that she's really just a baby controlling Starfire's body. And this explains why Starfire has a childlike sense of wonder, and why she befriends inanimate objects and imaginary beings. It's also why she still struggles with English grammar saying the all the time, even though she was able to learn the entire language with one kiss. So Starfire is technically a baby within a teenager. But at the end of the episode, everyone agrees to forget everything that just happened and go back to being normal teenagers. Starfire is just a...
Sanctuary workers heard sounds they'd never heard an elephant make before, because when they found the source, they saw something heartbreaking. Tara, a 9,000-pound elephant, was standing over a small dog's body in the woods. She was making low, rumbling sounds, grief sounds. The dog...
3 male animals with the most tragic love lives. First on the list.
What happens if you stay AFK with all the Spider-Verse characters in LEGO Marvel? We start with Spider-Gwen, who pulls out her phone, dials a number, and then launches into an endless conversation. I really wonder who she's talking to. Venom juggles all the skulls of his victims, and the worst part is that he's really good at it since none of them ever hit the ground. Carnage takes advantage of no one watching to pull out a plush toy to snuggle against it. After a while, he even takes out a baby bomb. The Green Goblin has fun juggling his pumpkin bombs, but ends up dropping them all at once so they explode together. And Miles Morales shoots a web straight into his own face. Sometimes he's really not that gifted. What happens if you stay AFK?
These creatures look like they stepped right out of Jurassic Park. Number 5, Komodo dragon, a mini T-Rex with venomous bites and sharp teeth. This monster lizard can take down prey way bigger than you think. Number 4, cassowary, the world's most dangerous bird. With raptor claws and the power to slice you open with one kick, it's basically a living Jurassic creature. Number 3, frilled neck lizard. It looks harmless until it fans out its giant frill and hisses like something straight out of a prehistoric nightmare. Number 2, basilisk lizard, also known as the Jesus lizard. It can run across water on 2 legs, looking like a dinosaur sprinting out of a movie scene. Number 1, Tuatara. This ancient reptile has stayed unchanged for over 200 million years. It's not even a lizard. It's a living dinosaur still walking the earth. These creatures...
One, two, three, and why is it falling down? What? Bro, should they fall forward? Why am I standing on the blade? Wait, my face? I can't. Why am I standing on the blade? Just me? No, what? 1, 2, 3, and why is it falling down? What? Bro, should they fall forward? Why am I standing on the blade? Wait, my face? I
Why were you depending on the police? This week? No, wait. 1, 2, 3.
The squirrel stole the hunter's ammunition. When the amp fell to the ground, the squirrel bit off the top and emptied everything inside. Then, it filled the bullets with leaves. Afterward, put the bullets back in their place, as if nothing had happened. Next, it signaled the woodpecker, ready to begin the next phase of the plan. Now it was the bear's turn. The bear quietly approached the hunters from behind, trying to get their attention. But strangely, the hunters didn't notice at all, even though a 700-pound bear was making noise right behind them. So, the bear decided to escalate its actions. It stood up and roared, trying to scare the hunters. The hunters immediately attempted to fire their guns, but all that came out of the guns were leaves. So, no harm was done. However, the bear cooperated by pretending to fall down. The hunters came over to check if they had really hit it. Clearly, the bear had taken acting lessons. Its performance was very convincing. After the check, the hunters believed it and started celebrating. They even took pictures to show off to their friends. Then, the giant bear stood up and started roaring like a zombie. The hunters panicked and ran out of the forest. Meanwhile, all the little animals began throwing pine cones at them. And just like that, they finally managed to drive the hunters away.
The squirrel stole the To prove that girls are just as smart as boys, Lisa disguised herself as a boy. At Springfield Elementary, they began separating boys and girls into different classes.
This rocks. No more stupid girl classes like ballroom dancing.
The girls could ride comfortably on the school bus, while the boys were locked in a cage inside the bus. When Lisa entered the girls' area, she noticed fountains, ribbons, and all kinds of artistic decorations. Then the teacher began the math class, but all she did was turn on a projector to boost the girls' self-esteem.
Are we gonna do an actual math problems?
That's what men say, man. Something to be attacked.
So she quietly slipped out of the class and went into the boys' area. There she realized that the boys were actually learning real mathematics.
Volume of this stomach.
What are big times high?
Lisa told all of this to Marge, who dressed her in new clothes, glasses, and a wig. This way, Lisa managed to disguise herself as a boy.
You think cool? Like a movie?
I can't start movies.
Let's not fight in front of my cool new friend.
And joined the boys' group. During lunch, Lisa accidentally spilled food on Nelson, and as expected, Nelson punched her.
Hey, Lisa, you missed it. Oh my god. I'm chocolate.
He decided to teach her how to be a boy.
That is so sweet. You're a boy. Nothing is sweet.
When eating French fries, boys always eat half, and the other half falls on the floor. But what falls on the floor is the best part. Step 2, Lisa had to find someone weaker than her to pick on.
Give me your lunch money.
Okay.
At the award ceremony, Lisa
I was hiding in a tree, ready to shoot. That's when I saw you. Something was off. This movement wasn't on the floor. I'm pretty sure this is the one on here. He might have broken something. Well, yeah, he is. He's living. If it came just a bit closer, there's a chance I can get it. Bush. The injured dinosaur was going to hide away and attempt to heal his wounds. Little did I know, I'd seen the entire event unfold, moving toward my friend, listening to any sound or sight of me with life. Quickly, and while keeping a good height, I made my way from trunk to trunk, keeping a close eye on the bush where the Carno still lay. When I reached the shelter tree, I couldn't see my injured target. I'd be relying on pure memory for accuracy. The kill I wanted for a lifetime was right there for the taking. Oh my god. I was hiding in it. Which animal could crush your body with one step? An ostrich delivers a downward kick of 2,000 psi and snaps your stomach and cracks ribs, but you survive. An African lion focuses all its power on a small point, and your ribs fracture until breathing becomes impossible. The skeleton holds. Your
6.
in your chest instantly and stabs the spine in half. It drives quick.
JJ.
Of course, that can just break bone. It shatters
Look it.
the shrapnel, causing massive internal bleeding.
Jam. JJ, look it. Leaving your lower body crushed flat under the pressure.
The African elements have the weight of
6,
bones,
7. 6, 7.
Which this woman had 20 children. After her divorce, she cried every single day. The children had no closed wooden barrels for their clothes. Even the
Old man shovel.
was a pitiful sight. The woman opened
No.
only one red bean was left. She helplessly closed the door again. Just then, thunder and rain poured down. The children swarmed to the table, waiting to be fed. The woman could only take out that single red bean, planning to cook it to ease their roast. Suddenly, one of the children ran over to stop her. He said he wanted to plant the red bean in the ground. The mother agreed. The boy shook the red bean outside, dug a hole, placed it in, covered it with soil, and carefully watered it. Before long, the ground rose up. A beanstalk instantly shot up from the ground, growing taller and taller. The boy grabbed the vine, waved goodbye to his mom, and climbed upward. He climbed up through the clouds and saw a giant in the distance. He was terrified and quickly hid behind a cloud. Once the giant walked away, the boy saw the giant taking a bath. After bathing, the giant returned to his palace. He gently pulled a string, and an iron ball flew out, lighting up lighthouse after lighthouse before finally falling into a pit. The palace gates opened. The giant walked in. The boy took the opportunity to follow the iron ball's path all the way to the palace entrance. The giant entered a room and closed the door. The boy could only meet the one creeper.
This looks terrifying. It's like factory acid. And it smells of lemon. Diamond ore? Oh, it's a Sorry, my gosh. I just realized it's close. Oh, that is so cool. This cement and these kind of eyeballs. Wow. It's serious. I don't know what's in this thing though. Release. Filled my bathtub with Kool-Aid. Just kidding, it's a Minecraft bathroom. It kind of smells like flowers. But this looks terrifying. It's Robin champion. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be lava, but it kind of reminds me of beans. It smells interesting. There's also this soap of a lion, which gets bonus points for being awesome. I was gonna like Robin. No one creeper.
These animals lived at the same time as dinosaurs, and they're still terrible.
How painful is? Have you ever had a near-death experience? Well, I was just an itty-bitty guy staying up late while everyone else in my house was asleep. I was in the kitchen working on a craft with plastic beads, and like any dumb kid would think, those plastic beads looked kinda delicious. So I helped myself. The moment it hit my tongue, I realized this thing was not edible. So in that moment, I had two options. A, spit it out like a normal human being. B, swallow it like an absolute idiot. Panicking with a plastic bead stuck in my throat, I spotted my brother, half asleep, wandering into the living room for a late night snack. I used every ounce of energy I had to get his attention, and that's when his instincts kicked in. He raced to the fridge, grabbing a gallon of milk. Drink this, quickly! You know you're forever in debt with me, right? Have you ever had a near-death experience?
What would have happened if SpongeBob didn't live in the pineapple house? Then the opening line would have been,
Are velociraptors in the Jurassic movie so scientifically inaccurate?
And this slot gives you time to say goodbye. After your dog passes away, you might think it's already gone, but soon you'll start to notice that hostile monsters will start taking damage, and you'll even hear barking. To see what it is, I'm so sad. It's not this heavy soul glass. If you hold it, you will see the soul of your dog. It fights enemies for you just like it used to, and since it has no body, it takes no damage. And when you think it's time to let go, like your dog with fever, send it somewhere it can find peace. When it asks you, was I a good boy? And you say no. I am told that you were the best. This slot gives you time to say goodbye. Did you ever wonder why the original Teen Titans ended and got replaced by Teen Titans Go? Well, in one episode of Teen Titans Go, this actually gets explained. The Titans were taking down a bad guy like they normally do when Robin's mask got knocked off. He then freaked out and left mid-battle to get a new one. So the Teen Titans asked why he was so obsessed with his mask. Robin said it was to hide his face and conceal his identity, which upset the Titans because they've shown Robin their true selves. Plus, 90% of his face is exposed anyways, even with the mask. So Robin explains that he has taken off his mask before once to show his true identity. It was during the original Teen Titans. He showed his face to the other Titans back then, which immediately put them in harm's way. As villains were able to identify him and pinpoint their location immediately, and ultimately got them blown up, which is why the original Teen Titans are noble. But luckily in Teen Titans Go, when Robin finally takes his mask off, he's just a Giga Chad, or so we thought. Turns out he actually has a parasitic twin coming out of his eye. No wonder he wants to keep it a secret. Did you ever wonder why the original Teen Titans ended and got...
I got 2 YouTubers. I'm Preston. I always watch Preston, dude. I love his videos and it's all fire. Dude, she shows an apple. She's just some cute kitties. It burns. And do I choose to dream of the Quavers? Ooh, I think I'm a dream, dude. And oh no, wait, what is this? I have to boat glitch this entire thing? Oh, she's just the Quavers. She has some chill parkour. But luckily, I'm really good at Minecraft, so I can first try it on. Okay, wait, I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Oh my gosh, I did it! Let's go! Yeah! What you so happy about?
I'm just so happy.
Yeah, good
Great, I got a good grade.
What grade you get?
I got another F.
That's not good. Yes, it is. I get them all the time. And I'm the only one who gets them. Yes, the teacher says I'm special. A different special. You're just mad that I get all the F's and you don't. Special. Oh yes, what type of grades do you get? I'm only 3.5. I don't get one. Jealous because I get all the F's. What do you think that is? Duh, F is for... It's for fantastic. I'm so fantastic that I'm the only one that has to get all the F's. Mary, I'm 12. And what's third? Duh. That explains it. Yeah! Yo, this is Karma. So when they were younger, these two best friends had this habit. They would drive around at night smashing mailboxes for fun. One drove, the other would swing the bat outside the window. Nice. One night, they spot this loose mailbox that caught their eye. And instead of hitting it, their friend got out and yanked it completely out of the ground and threw it in the middle of the street. You know, just pulled it out. And it was a big mailbox with this long metal pole. And now it's just laying in the middle of the street. They drive off, they're laughing, they're blasting music. Then they decide to make their way back home. And they're speeding, they're going really fast. But all of a sudden the driver's light, it's just that they know that the car hit something. It's a mailbox that they put in the middle of the street. The big mailbox. They get out to inspect the damage. The mailbox had put a major dent right in the front of the car. And half of it was under. And it kind of tore some stuff up underneath as well. The car was screwed. Bro, you're screwed. Me? You're the one that told the car. You told me to. They had no choice. This kid had to call his dad. And his dad had to come in and explain everything to him. And yeah, they were in major trouble. Yo, this is Karma. So they... God damn. Hey, please?
Hey, show me how you're gonna smile for your picture. Say cheese.
No.
Oh, these three faces protect me against the creatures of the forest. Bro, where's the deer? It's literally like 2 a.m. right now. Like, what? Oh my god, this cheating. This cheating. I'm fucking right here. You why there's so many wolves after me right now? What? No, wait. Okay. Okay, no one should come on. Wait, it actually works? You cannot slash me through a whole lot of Oh my god, here they come. Oh my god. He's weird. How
many kills did these characters have? Patrick Star. Probably 0. I've never seen him leave the house. All he does is watch TV at home and catch jellyfishes with SpongeBob. 50. What guy's a murderer? Probably from that scene where all the fishes were under that rock with him. Dora the Explorer. She does look pretty evil. Probably 23. I was just joking! 23! Someone needs to check the map that she carries around and guarantee she has the location of each body on that map. Mickey Mouse. He's never done anything menacing, right? 0? What? 25! He's had almost as many kills as Patrick in life. Okay, probably 30, 40. Dogs are pretty menacing. 90! James, that's a lot of kills from which book? Kung Fu Panda, probably 10 to 20 people. Pandas are pretty scary, guys. 200! Hey, what? That, Kung Fu Panda has 200 kills. You know that? Why you keep saying that on this next? How many kills did these have?
Beast Boy killed Raven, or so. In one episode of Teen Titans Go, Beast Boy can't control his animal urges and ends up shooting at Death Ray at all of them. But thankfully, they were able to survive because Beast Boy gave them his blood, which also gave them the ability to transform into other animals. The Titans spent their day sniffing their butts as dogs, whooping on their enemies' cars as birds, and devouring the hive as sharks. But Robin preferred his dog form, while Starfire liked being a cat, and Cyborg enjoyed being a parrot, while Raven enjoyed being a fish. However, in the morning, the ability to turn into other animals wore off for the other Titans, but they still had all their animal urges and kept acting like them. So Beast Boy attempted to train them by giving them treats or spraying them with a water bottle. But one day he forgot to give fish food to Raven and she died. So he did what any fish owner would do and tried to flush her down the toilet. Then in battle, the Teen Titans were about to lose because none of them could control their animal instincts. Until Raven showed up from the sewers now with mutated powers to save the day, along with her other mutated sewage friend. It turns out she was never dead and was just taking a good old-fashioned fishing. Beast Boy killed Raven, or so.
Do not let Garfield die. With beetroot soup, wheat, and milk, you can crack a lasagna. Place it on the ground and eat it like cake. It restores some hunger, but there's a 10% chance that Garfield will spawn. He's your friend, and he follows you everywhere if you hold a lasagna. But do not betray him or let him die, because he'll transform, his body has mutated, and now he wants revenge. Nothing in lasagna can stop him. The only way is to fight back. Once you defeat him, he'll drop his. Do not let Garfield die. With beetroot soup.
Well, especially this afternoon.
Yeah.
She had an affinity for frog By examining my specimens, natty reds, pass the Dutchie, leave it smoking slava with the Babylon.
But surely this portrayal of Rastafarianism culturally sensitive.
Ribbit, on.
Come now, George. At least this Scottish groundskeeper will give your remains a respectful burial. Into the crupper you go.
Everybody put a good spin up.
Hey, Mom said you have to play with me and I'm allowed to try that next. Are you serious? Can't you just go watch the Cocomelon or something? And no,
Yes!
Fine, then I get the foot and tell Mom because she's going to get in trouble. Mom, okay, you can hang out with me. Just don't come up. Yes, so what are we doing? When can I drive it?
Well, I just saw that ramp right there, and I was going to jump the RC car over it, but I got a better idea. You just lay down on the other side of the ramp, and I'll jump over you.
That sounds awesome!
Perfect.
Do I get to drive it after that?
Yeah, sure, just don't move. Here we go.
Oh!
Wow, that actually worked a lot better than I thought. You won't be bothering me for the rest of the day.
Hey, Mom said you have to play with me and I'm allowed to try that next.
Pleasure, open up.
Look at an idiot car.
Get out of there. My family needs to use your phone too.
I felt the shelter's making it for both our families.
What's keeping him, stupid Tommy?
What the hell?
Howdy doodly, neighbors. We haven't got shelter beneath. We wanted yours. Oh, what the heck?
Good. Can't get the door closed. Somebody's gonna
Yes, I'm so close. I'm so close.
Today, let's see. Well, in the future, we'll need laughter, sliding, and they'll need somebody to dispense drinks, i.e. me.
We all know the one thing we won't need in the future: left-handed stars. That's you, Flanders. Flanders is the only useless person here. If any of us kick Flanders out.
Awesome. Sounds fair. Hello, everybody. I might go mad with beer out there, so I want you to shoot Daddy if he tries to get back in.
Flanders, open up.
Looking at it free, fizzy, and the perfect.
An innocent young boy is alone where he plays in the woods until running into a meditating Hulk. Petey asks how he's so big, which Hulk claims Petey is so small. The boy politely asks to be friends, yet Hulk rudely rejects him. Petey tries warning Hulk about the falling tree ahead, only for Hulk to continue ignoring him, leaving the boy alone. Petey introduces Hulk to his family, who lives in a bus since they are struggling right now. Weeks later, the two finally become buddies, and while bouncing his ball, the boy throws it way too far, now needing the brave Hulk's help. A few more weeks later, Hulk hears a loud scream, which is Petey's because Petey now has to move away. The boy's father ends up leaving the two, speeding away on his bus, before Hulk comes to rip the roof and send the man to hell. When Petey and Hulk reunite, the boy can't help but to thank Hulk for getting him out of harm. An innocent young boy is alone, where he plays in the woods until
Deadpool, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Hulk in 99 Nights in the Forest. If superhero classes existed, how would they survive? Iron Man has his incredible suit. He'd fly through the forest and blast every monster he sees. Laser beams would burn the whole woods. He wouldn't even need a campfire anymore. And with the crafting table, Tony Stark could build anything he wants. Deadpool has free regeneration, no pay to win required. Monsters can eat him, chop him, and destroy him, but he simply cannot die. Plus, he always has the coolest weapons in his pockets. Spider-Man in the forest would be insane. He could web up every enemy, swing between trees to find secret locations, and his spider sense would warn him of any danger nearby. Hulk would just chill through all 99 nights, disturb him, and you're done. There's probably no attack in the game strong enough to hurt him, except the one who dared hit him first. Drop a like if you want superhero classes that make it Deadpool.
Get on your skin.
Can you guess who lives in these fictional houses? This looks really familiar. Where is circle is perhaps this? No, try my fields. Yeah. I am 100% certain everyone watching this video knows this place. It's Sandy's house. SpongeBob. Too easy. It's too easy. This one. Ooh. Yeah, this is not The Simpsons. Not that good guy. Alright.
Phineas Ferb.
Rick Morty. Yeah. Easy peasy. Okay. What is this?
Blowy.
House from Terraria? Oh, what's up? How does it go put him in a house like that? I have never seen this before, and what are those two little holes right in the middle of the house?
Adventure Time.
The next one.
The Teen Titans have become the most evil villains. In one episode of Teen Titans Go, the Titans get tired of always having to drop what they're doing to stop crime. And they don't get to keep any of the
Oh no.
So Robin decides to try Disney exactly what the block of them. And the whole team of Titans decided to do exactly what they want, when they want, and all of it. Starfire turns into Starfire the Playable, Cyber turns into a Red Cyber. Raven is now the demon of Azeroth. Beast Boy is now Beast Monster, and Robin is Switchblade. Now they get realized that everything do all the way through, and it is not done by national heroes like Batman and Optimus. Then they do it all to try to take over the world. We even suggested the foreign competition of 2 months, but that's wasted. Each of us is just British Golden Rock. Starfire suggests that still also Robin selling to the others. And Robin has a evil foolish plan, but ultimately they go with Cyber. And when they find a fool, it's actually the Hive that flies the stuff. They finally learn they're left with a few people that's actually leaving their lives with the 200. They still continue to plan and got out of the whole plan. They say the Teen Titans officially, the Teen Titans have become the most evil villain. In it,
Yeah, people finally.
You know what?